Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League puts the power in your hands to build the ultimate dream team of supercriminals to, well, kill the Justice League. You can choose up to 4 characters in your squad to take on DC's finest, each with their own unique abilities that aren't just specific to combat, as some characters bring in completely different traversal options, so picking the right characters is extremely important early on. The good news is there are certain core mechanics that every character has, so you get some peace of mind knowing that no matter who you choose, you'll have access to the following mechanics. Every character has the ability to equip a melee weapon, a grenade, and the ability to switch between 3 different types of firearms. Every character is assigned 3 different talent trees, which include abilities such as traversal attacks and suicide strikes. Each character will have a traversal option that changes the way they travel across the city, but will be unique to that character. When it comes to the main storyline missions, you have the option of 4 characters to choose between: Captain Boomerang, King Shark, Deadshot, and Harley Quinn. Kicking things off with Captain Boomerang, if you like a run and gun approach, he is absolutely your man. He comes with a charger, hit and runner, and ranger playstyles, and one of the most useful parts of Captain Boomerang's character is their traversal skill. He can use his traversal mechanic to literally teleport quickly around the battlefield, seamlessly switching between long and close range. The Speed Force Gauntlet allows you to throw your boomerang and teleport instantly to its location, and you can chain this ability up to 3 times in a row. His weapons and abilities allow him to capitalize on the range switches too, as his iconic boomerangs can be used at range to knock enemies into the air, while you teleport in and finish them off with the shotgun or an SMG at short range. Boomerang's suicide skill is extremely OP at close range too, as it deals an unreal amount of damage to one enemy, while also stocking up the rest of the squad with additional grenade ammo. On to the next. King Shark is basically the tank of the squad, and comes equipped with the artillery, predator, and survivor playstyles. King Shark is a specialist with heavy weapons, but don't get twisted, he's more than happy to get stuck in with his superhuman strength and shark teeth, making him an absolute menace. If you are the player who likes to be a one-man army and just run in head first while absorbing all the damage, King Shark is your man, or Shark man. Being a heavy weapon specialist, you can expect to use assault rifles and shotguns when playing as King Shark, but as previously mentioned, he's not shy about throwing his weight around and can deal devastating damage by crashing into enemies with his OP melee attacks. King Shark is pretty useless at range, which is why it's extremely important that the rest of the squad complements his abilities while letting him get in close to do the dirty work. His traversal skill is pretty cool too, as not only does it not have to rely on fancy tech like the rest of the team, but his traversal skill is pretty essential in battle too. King Shark has the ability to charge a giant leap, either sending him hurling forwards or skywards, and allows you to basically cannonball from the sky to deal devastating damage to the enemies. This skill can be chained up to 3 times in a row too, allowing you to travel a great distance. His suicide skill is pretty badass, as it deals a huge amount of damage to a single enemy, while also increasing the possibility of all nearby enemies having their shields harvested by the squad. Up next, we have Deadshot, and as I'm sure you can imagine, he is ideal for mid to long range battles. Deadshot comes equipped with the bomber, sharpshooter, and tactician playstyles, and is a master marksman. You've got to have ice in your veins if you want to play with this character, as Deadshot is notoriously known for never missing a shot, so the pressure is on. Not only does Deadshot come equipped with wrist-mounted guns, but he also has a brand new shiny jetpack to help him get across the battlefield. While he is best used in long to mid-range battles, he can still hold his own in close-range fights, as the wrist-mounted guns have a few tricks up their sleeves. The jetpack is definitely a welcome addition, as it allows you to gain the perfect vantage points to pick off your enemies with your sniper rifle, but it does have a cooldown, so you will need to somewhat still plan your attacks to make sure you're not overheating it mid-battle. While Deadshot is pretty proficient in the close range, as his wrist mounts allow him to keep enemies away, as soon as he gets overcrowded, he's pretty crappy to be honest, so you'll want to make sure you're keeping your distance as much as possible. If the worst does happen and you do get overrun, provided that you have jetpack fuel, you can use a pretty cool feature that allows you to perform a traversal attack that blasts the area below, damaging the enemies and allowing your escape. Using Deadshot's suicide strike will deal silly amounts of damage to a single enemy, but patience is key, as you'll want to time it when a teammate such as King Shark is in close range, as all nearby enemies are vulnerable to extra critical hits for a short time. And last but certainly not least, Harley Quinn, the lovable rogue. Harley comes equipped with the detonator, run and gunner, and slugger playstyles, and is perfect for those players that just simply want to cause absolute chaos. As the run and gunner playstyle suggests, she is great at getting in close to enemies, delivering quick but powerful strikes with her melee weapons and guns, then quickly getting out of harm's way. Weapons with a fast rate of fire are Harley's best friend in this instance, as she can use her traversal abilities to flank enemies, cause devastating damage, and then quickly get out of dodge. Speaking of her traversal ability, it's essentially a repurposing of Batman's tech, as the grapnel quickly allows her to zip to a mobile glider that follows your every move, allowing you to gain the high ground over the enemies. You can also use her traversal ability to quickly get out of trouble by zipping to building ledges, or to get stuck in the action, whatever floats your boat. You'll be pleased to know that Harley's iconic baseball bat isn't just there as a cosmetic item, as her Suicide Strike deals massive amounts of damage to an enemy, while also having the nice added bonus of dropping shield fragments for the rest of the squad. As you can see, each character has its own unique playstyle, and it really is down to your personal preference. But if we have to choose one character to main, it has to be Harley Quinn. Harley is just extremely fun to play as, but there is a bit of finesse required when it comes to mastering her character. Her traversal skill is much harder to use than the rest of the squad due to its cooldown requirements, but once you understand the timing of the glider and being able to switch between using this and the grapnel, you can move extremely quickly across the map and ambush enemies easily. To be honest, you can't go wrong with any character that you pick, so get stuck in and try them all. And while you're here with us at GG Recon, go check out this video.